Hi, in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can get 30 admissions in the next 90 days. So, before I get into this video, I would like to quickly give you a brief introduction about who I am. Okay, so my name is Sanket Fadke and I have been into the preschool industry for the last 12 years, more than 12 years. I have worked with a renowned preschool brand in India, and I have helped them to expand their franchisee presence by adding up 40 different franchisee centers in the West Zone. I worked with them for 5 years, and after that in 2017 I left my job and I started my own venture, which is Creative 31 Minds, through which I have so far helped more than 400 preschool owners to have their presence on digital platforms like Google Business, Facebook, and Instagram. I have also helped them with generating leads, and in some cases, I've also guided them or coached them in terms of how they can expand their preschool branches from one branch to 5 branches. Okay, now you might be thinking who this course is for. I mean, who should be attending this particular course, or who should be subscribing for this particular course. Now, all preschool owners, all existing preschool owners who have been running their preschool from the last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or even 15 years or more, okay, but still struggling to get the desired enrollment count, okay, those are the perfect fit for, or those are the perfect audience for this particular online course. Then preschool owners who have recently set up their own, have signed up with some franchisee recently, in terms of in the last 6 months or 3 months, or okay, maximum a year, and they are right now maybe entering into their first academic batch, or they've already done with their first academic batch and entering the second batch, but struggling to get those enrollments. For them, this is the perfect program, or this is the perfect online course that I am doing. Then comes those audience which have yet not started the preschool but are planning to set up a preschool in the next 3 months, 6 months, or in the 1 year. Reason being, when you set up a preschool, it is very important that you also organize, or you also understand what is the kind of marketing budget you need to have. Okay, so apart from the investment in the terms of the infrastructure, furniture, franchisee fee, and all those things, you also need to allot a certain budget for your marketing, advertising. And through this course, for each quarter, what kind of marketing budgets you should have, I've given complete clarity on that thing. Then comes the audience, which is the center heads or the branch heads. Okay, so maybe if you are a center head working for a franchisee or working for a preschool owner, and job is to make sure that the enrollment count increases. Okay, so in that case, you can actually take up this course and implement all the strategies and the ad campaigns that I have taught in this course for your owner's preschool, and that is how you can actually grow in and that is how you can actually help your preschool owner to grow their enrollment. And lastly, this course can also be attended by, or this course can also be subscribed by teachers. Usually teachers who are currently teaching in some preschool, or working as a teacher in a preschool or a school, they always have an aspiration to start their own preschool brand, okay, or tie up with some franchisee. So this course will also prove a good online course for teachers. Okay, so now that we are clear with in terms of who the audience is for this course, let's move on and let's get started. Okay, so now this is the first introductory chapter which I am recording, and this is going to be put up on YouTube. Okay, so the first introductory chapter, or the first section, is going to be absolutely free. Okay, now if you like my content, if you really think that this, of course, for the further chapters and the further sections, you can always buy this course. So you just have to click on the link which is given in the description, and yes, then you can get access to all my other courses, all my other chapters. Now, when I say getting 30 admissions in 90 days, okay, do you think it is going to be easy? Not at all. Okay, so getting 30 admissions in the next 90 days, okay, no matter when you are starting, okay, it's not going to be easy. So I'm being very clear, I'm being very frank with you, it's not going to be very easy, but I'm not saying that it is not possible. It is very much possible, provided you have a proper planning. Okay, and that is what I am going to teach you in this whole online course that I have launched. Not only the proper planning is needed, but once you have planned, okay, it is also important to execute, right? Because there are a lot of times when you have a lot of plans, you have written down in your notepads on the whiteboard, but ultimately somewhere, because of the technical knowledge that you lack or because of the designing skills that you lack, you are not able to execute that plan. Okay, so it is very equally important. And yes, one more thing, it also depends on which quarter you are in. Okay, so when I say which quarter, now I have divided the whole year. These are the 4 quarters that you have. Okay, specifically for preschool, these are not the quarters like the financial year which starts from April, but these are 4 quarters which start from Jan. So Jan, Feb, March is quarter 1, April, May, June is quarter 2, July, August, September being the quarter 3, and October, November, December, which is the quarter 4. So now for each quarter, the strategy that you have for marketing in order to get those 30 admissions is completely different. Okay, the advertising strategy, the posting strategy, everything depends on which quarter you are. Okay, so let's say, for example, if you are watching this video somewhere during the mid of December, okay, or maybe somewhere by end of December, okay, and you are actually going to enter the next quarter, which is Jan, Feb, March. Okay, so please understand, quarter 1 and quarter 2, that is Jan, Feb, March, and April, May, June, these are the most important or the most crucial 6 months or 2 quarters for a preschool owner, because this is the peak admission season. Okay, so there is a different strategy altogether that I will be teaching you in this online course, in terms of if you are in Jan, Feb, March, or if you are starting Jan, Feb, March, what is it that the strategy you should be having. Okay, similarly for April, May, June, there is again a different strategy. Now when it comes to the 3rd quarter, that is July, August, and September, okay, if you are a preschool owner and if you're watching this, I'm sure you know that this is kind of a slack period, okay, wherein you don't get much enrollments. And obviously, because by the end of June, most of the parents from your locality have already enrolled their child in some or the other preschool. So July, August, September, these are the 3 months where when parents are not actually looking out for a preschool. Okay, but there is also a lot of group of parents who have somehow not enrolled in the month of June. Okay, and they are still looking out for a preschool. Okay, so again, a strategy to target such kind of audience or such kind of parents is completely different, so which is again I have explained in my online course. And then coming to the 4th quarter, which is the quarter 4. Okay, so this is again a good admission period, not as crucial as quarter 1 and quarter 2, but yes, this is a midterm admission period. So you can, if you run how I have shown you in this complete course, then I'm sure getting those 30 admissions in this 4th quarter is again not a very big task. Only thing is you have to learn this and actually execute step by step the way I have taught you in this program. Okay, so as I said, each quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, each quarter will have a separate marketing strategy. And in this program, in this online course, I have actually explained a different strategy for each of the quarters. Okay, so no matter in which quarter you are or which month you are watching this course, I can make sure that if you step by step follow the instructions which I have mentioned and also execute the way I have told you, getting those 30 admissions will be much easier as compared to where you are today. Okay, so now let me give you a brief in terms of what all things I have covered in this online course. Okay, so I've divided the complete course into two sections. Okay, one is the paid marketing campaigns that we'll be running on Facebook and Instagram, okay, in order to leads in a short period of time. Okay, and then the second section that I have is the organic marketing. See, understand one thing when it comes to digital marketing. Okay, no matter from which industry you're doing digital marketing, always note that when paid and organic, they go hand in hand. Okay, so when you are running a paid campaign, it should also be supported by organic content which is going on particular scheduled dates on your social media platforms. Okay, so please don't ignore any of it. The way paid campaigns are important, similarly the organic marketing is also important, and I have actually gone into very deep and tried and have explained you in this whole course how this can be done for the next 90 days or for any quarter that you are in. Okay, now to start with, in the first section where it comes to the paid campaigns, I have a lot of preschool owners I have come across who are actually not very sure in terms of how this whole Facebook ad and infrastructure works. Okay, what is a Facebook account, what is a page, and what is an ad account, okay, and what is a business portfolio. So although you might be aware of all these terms, okay, but when you actually get into doing this, there is a lot of confusion between how the page can be linked, then how the Instagram account can be linked. Okay, so basics, but yeah, very technical, but I have tried to explain these with actually doing it for you on screen, okay, in this whole online course, and that's how I have tried to make sure that you learn this thing. So coming back to this, in the paid marketing section, I have covered the points in terms of how you can create an ad account, okay, and how you can link that account to the Facebook Meta business portfolio. Then comes the designing the ad campaigns. Okay, so if you want to run the ad campaign, okay, your designs, your artworks have to be very professional. Okay, you cannot work on some software like InShot or any. I'm not saying these softwares are bad, but that professional touch is needed when it comes to the designing of your ad campaign. So I'm going to take you deep into how you can actually design these ad campaigns. Okay, and for that matter, I have to just save your time and to save your effort, because see, I understand not every person watching this video or taking this course is going to be good in designing. Each of us have different skills. Okay, some of you might be great entrepreneurs, but of course you don't have a designer in hand, or you are not having the time to design these ads. Okay, so just to make it very easy for you, I have in this course I will be providing you a lot of templates, okay, which templates of ad creatives, okay, which you can use, and the only thing that you'll have to replace in that is maybe some content depending on what offer we are offering, by replacing the logo or by adding your school logo and your contact details. Okay, that's it. So some of the templates, ad templates that have really worked well and through which we have really got some good leads. Okay, I am going to share all those templates with you, which are editable. Okay, so you can actually just remove the logo, you can add your logo, add your contact details, maybe just play around with the content. Okay, and within minutes your ad creatives will be ready. Okay, so I've done this, and these are some of the templates which we have used for a lot of preschools. Okay, and these have really worked wonders for them. Okay, so I am saying that these have really worked wonders for them is because of the kind of results these ad creatives have got for us. Okay, got for them. Now after that, once you have designed the ad campaign, I'll also be taking you through step by step in terms of how you can publish the ad campaign. So when it comes to publishing an ad campaign, it is going to your ad manager, creating a campaign, and there are multiple campaigns that can be done: lead generation campaign, link clicks campaign, then you have WhatsApp ad. Okay, so in this course, of course I'm not thrown light on all the type of campaigns because that is not needed. I have only focused on those kind of campaigns which are very much useful for you as a preschool. Okay, so number one is the WhatsApp ad campaigns, wherein when we run an ad, and once the ad is live, you directly start getting leads on your WhatsApp business number, that is your school number. Okay, and another kind of ad which I have focused on is the lead generation campaign, wherein when a particular parent sees a ad and they click on that ad, they get a lead form, wherein they enter their details like name, number, and email address, and that's how the lead reaches you. And so I have explained everything. In fact, in the whole course, I have actually done it for you in front of you in the screen, and maybe you can actually take this online course as if you can side by side, as and when I am doing it, you can also implement and execute it at your end. Okay, so it is kind of a do-it-yourself kit, I would say, in which you can also do it along with me while you're taking the online course. Okay, now this is how the ad campaign looks, how an ad can look in the reels, how it can be seen in the Facebook feed. Okay, and then yes, these are some of the results that we have got. So these are actual screenshots. Okay, so if you can look at this, you see that one of the ads which we have done, it has first ad I am talking about, wherein it is showing you 14 conversations that have happened. So these are 14 leads which are generated, okay, by spending just like 1,000 rupees so far in this ad campaign. Similarly, in the second ad, you can see there are 13 leads again which are generated by spending a maximum amount of around 2,000 rupees. And as and when your ad is live, okay, consistently you are running the ad, you get these kind of results, which you can see in the third result, which is 39 leads have been generated. The per lead cost is around 110 rupees, and the particular preschool owner has spent around 4,300 rupees on this ad. Okay, so in this course I will be talking about each and everything. I'm going to cover all of these in terms of how to publish an ad campaign. Once it is published, how to check whether the ad is going on the right track. Okay, if it's not, then what is it that you have to tweak to make sure that the ad goes in the right direction and you get genuine leads. Okay, now coming back to the course, the second section, which is organic marketing. As I told you, organic and paid campaigns, they both go hand in hand. Okay, so once you have set up the ads, once you have designed, and once your ads are live, okay, then from the next day you have to completely focus on planning your organic content. Okay, so when it comes to organic content, organic platforms, so Google Business is one of the platforms which you can never ignore. Okay, for if you are a preschool owner. Okay, so because preschool's target audience, or your target audience, resides within a radius of maybe 1.5 to 2 kilometer from your school, Google Business is a platform which will actually help you getting visible and getting discovered. Okay, so in this course again I have deeply talked about how you can rank your preschool in the top 3 in your area. Okay, because if someone wants to enroll a child, or someone is looking for a preschool, a parent, the first thing what they'll do is they'll Google. Okay, if they type in best preschool in my area or preschool near me, it is very important that your preschool listings is seen in the top 3 searches. Otherwise there is no use, because a parent looking out for a preschool will either click on first, second, or third rank. It's not going to click on see more and then click on the 10th ranking preschool, right? So it is very important for you to rank in the top 3, and I have broken down this whole process of Google Business Optimization and explained you how you can actually rank your preschool in the top 3 within, say, like sometimes if you are lucky you can get ranked within a week, or then it might take 15 to 20 days. Okay, but if you follow the step-by-step process of how I have taught you in this online course, then I think it should not take you more than 15 to 20 days to rank your listing in the top 3. Okay, and then comes use of Chat GPT. Okay, obviously to optimize your Google business profile. So I'll be giving you a few prompts which will actually help you write the perfect description. Okay, and there are a lot of changes that you'll have to make in your Google business profile in order to make sure that it is optimized at a level so that you are ranked. One of the point again is that the kind of reviews that you collect. Okay, you might have seen there are some preschool listings which have more than 200 reviews, but still the ranking is not in the top 3, whereas there are some preschools which have only 30-40 reviews, but still they are ranking in the top 3. Okay, so it is not about how many reviews you collect, it is about what content you are getting in the reviews. Okay, so again I have broken this down completely into my online course. Okay, then comes your Facebook, Instagram. Again, apart from Google business, Facebook, Instagram is something which definitely you cannot ignore. And when to post, what to post. Okay, again with this online course you will be clear in terms of what post is going to go when, with what caption, with what hashtags. Okay, so by end of this course you will be very clear in terms of your social media calendar for the next 90 days, and not only on paper, okay, on a whiteboard, but because we are also I'm also giving you a lot of templates. Okay, so ready to use templates which you can, as I told you, just by adding your school logo, your contact details, because these would be editable templates, you will be able to design 45 posts for your preschool like within say 45 minutes, not even that. Okay, because these are pre-planned, these are completely professionally designed templates. All you have to do is just add your school logo, add your contact details, and then you schedule them on the platforms like Facebook and Instagram. Okay, and similarly there are a lot of customized templates which I will be providing you. Okay, so many times what happens is, apart from the graphic vector images that we use, your post will become more lively if you are actually adding your school photographs, your kids doing some of the other activity. So for that I'll also be providing you a lot of customized templates wherein you just, again as I said, you just add your logo, you drag and drop your photographs, change the contact details, and boom, your social media post, customized post will be ready. Okay, similarly I am also going to teach you how to schedule these posts, okay, for the next 30 days. So say for example day 1 and day 2 you are able to crack the paid campaigns and you have made your ads live. So along with, as and when your ads are live, on the 3rd day you can actually plan the complete content, keep all the designs ready, and also schedule the content for the next 30 days. Okay, so this way you don't have to manually keep on posting the content on Facebook and Instagram on a daily basis or alternate day basis, but your complete 30 days posts would be pre-planned and scheduled. Okay, so now to do that I will also be providing you the content for the next 90 days. Okay, so not only 90 days now, because in this course I have provided the complete advertising strategies and the content for all 4 quarters. Okay, so in short you are actually getting the content and the post designs for the whole 12 months and not only for the quarter. Okay, because I have designed this whole program in such a way that there are sections for each quarter, and no matter when you are watching this, you can always choose the upcoming next quarter and accordingly plan the advertising campaigns and the organic content for your preschool. Okay, and similarly you must be thinking, well, how come I missed the reels? Okay, because reels is something which is very engaging these days. Okay, and more your reels look professional, the more engagement that they'll get. Okay, so again for the reels I have given a lot of ready to use templates wherein you will, as per my instructions, you might have to record a few clips from your smartphone in a specific way. Maybe I would in a particular lead I would ask you to record say 10-second clips, a particular child or a group of children doing some activity. Okay, and then just drag and drop these videos in the reel template which I'll be providing you in this course, and within minutes your reel would be ready to download. Okay, now moving ahead, most important. Okay, so I've talked about the advertising campaigns, but you will say that, Sanket, you haven't spoken about how much amount do we have to invest in order to run these ads. Okay, because obviously every preschool owner will have their own budget constraints, right? How much they spend on marketing. So before you take up this course, I want you to be very clear in terms of what marketing budget is needed in order to execute this whole 30 admissions in 90 days strategy. Okay, so I don't want you to enroll for the program, enroll for the online course, and then when you reach a certain chapter, then you feel, this is so much of amount that has to be spent. I should have known this earlier. Okay, so only take this course if you are having that kind of a budget. Okay, I'm going to show you the budget now, how I have divided this whole budget. So when I say getting 30 admissions in the next 90 days, that means I am talking about a marketing strategy or a marketing budget for the next 3 months. Okay, no matter when you are watching this program, the next month, suppose if you are watching this video in the month of March, okay, then for you the M1, M2, M3 is going to be April, May and June. Okay, if you are watching this video in the month of April, maybe in the last week of April, then for you the M1, M2, M3 is going to be May, June and July. Okay, so once you are into the course, you will get complete clarity in terms of how this whole quarterly strategy has been defined. Okay, now in order to execute the advertising campaigns as per what I am going to tell you in this whole course, you will have to be ready with a maximum budget of 15,000 rupees per month that you might have to spend on your Facebook ad campaigns. Okay, now when I say 15,000 rupees you will have to spend in a month, okay, in the next 30 days, I am not saying that you will have to spend this 15,000. Okay, I am only talking about the upper limit. Okay, maybe once you start running the ad campaigns, at the end of after you have spent around 10,000 rupees, I might ask you to stop the ad campaign, because the required number of leads for that particular month, if you have already received, your per lead cost is very less, then there's no need of you spending the remaining 5,000. Okay, so it all depends, because see, Facebook ads are something which, I mean, obviously I cannot tell you in terms of what would be the per lead cost for your Facebook ad campaigns. Someone running an ad in Pune will maybe have a per lead cost of around 100 rupees per lead, but at the same time someone who is running an ad in Bangalore, okay, might have a per lead cost which is very less, which can be 50-60 rupees, or someone who is running an ad campaign in some particular area might also have a per lead cost of 150 to 200. Okay, so it all depends on which locality you are in, what are the active Facebook users in that area, even if you talk about how many the total population, what is the percentage of population of actual parents who have children between the age group of 2 to 3 years. Okay, all these things matter, and that's the reason I am preparing you to allot a budget of 15,000 per month. Okay, and looking at these amounts, I don't know, maybe some of you might be, yeah, okay, this is a comfortable amount, and some of you might be thinking, no, 15,000 is too much. Okay, but let me tell you something. Okay, if you look at this amount as an investment, okay, don't look at it as an expense. I'll tell you why. Although in the books, in your financial books, these amounts are an expense, okay, but when you look at it as, so for example, when it's an expense, it's like an electricity bill, okay, or the rent that you pay. Okay, no matter how many admissions you get, or no matter how many enrollments you have, you will have to pay that fixed cost every month on month. Okay, so that's why it's called as an expense. Why I'm calling this as an investment is because you are going to get some return after investing this amount. Okay, it's like investing in some business, buying some stocks, and later on you get a dividend, right? So look at this 15,000 amount every month as an investment. So by end of 90 days, if you calculate, if you had to spend the whole amount, okay, the total amount that you would be investing in the Facebook ad campaigns would be around 45,000. Okay, and let's consider your fees. Okay, an average fee I would consider is around 30,000 rupees. Okay, for a preschool. Even after spending this kind of an amount, I would say, let's say if you are just getting only 10 admissions, okay, if you follow this system, the process, I'm sure you will get more than 30 admissions. But considering a worst case scenario, okay, if you have not able to execute it thoroughly 100% as how I have explained, still, even if we consider 30% result that you get, which is 10 admissions, still these 10 admissions are anyways going to get you 5-6 times of ROI as compared to what you have investment, which is 45,000. Okay, so please look at these amounts for paid campaigns as an investment. Okay, come out of the mindset wherein you have been boosting the post by spending 100-120 rupees. Okay, boosting is something which is not going to help you. Okay, you have to completely focus on WhatsApp ad, lead generation ads. Okay, so I hope you take this very seriously and you prepare yourself with this budget, because if you don't have this budget, I will not recommend you to take this course. Okay, because in this complete online course, if you have to execute the ad campaigns the way I have told you to, then it is very important that you have these budgets, so that you will be able to run these ads for the next 90 days on a month-on-month basis for the next 3 months. Okay, what are the chapters I have covered, okay, in this complete course? So the very first section is, of course, the introductory session, which is this video. Okay, but this is a free video. So the first section is quarterly preschool marketing strategy. So as I explained, for every quarter it's a different marketing strategy, different templates that you will have to use in terms of your organic marketing, post designing, ad campaigns, everything. So for each quarter there are these 4 chapters in which I have, no matter in which, when you are starting this course, you can pick up the quarter that you are in, okay, and you can implement that strategy, and then again in the next quarter. So in all, you will have access to all 4 quarterly strategies through these 4 chapters. Then the next section is about the paid campaigns, okay, and the most important one. And that's why you're seeing that there are almost 9 chapters in this I have covered in this particular section. So right from explaining to you what is the difference between a page, Facebook portfolio, everything. Okay, then creating a Facebook business portfolio. Okay, that is the very basic stuff, because if you are not having your infrastructure ready, okay, all the accounts linked, the pages linked, everything, then if it's not ready, then you might get stuck somewhere while we create the ads. Okay, linking all your assets, like when I say assets, your Facebook page, Instagram, your ad account, your WhatsApp number, all these are assets, called as assets. They have to be linked to your business portfolio. So I have step by step taught in this chapter how you can link that. Okay, Facebook, how to create a Facebook ad account, how to add the amount. Okay, see, some of you might already be knowing these, so few of the chapters, maybe if you are already knowing, you can skip them. Then identifying a budget, so the 15,000 monthly budget which I have told you, in this chapter I have also broken it down in terms of how much amount you would be spending on a daily basis. Okay, how many ad sets you need to create. Okay, then of course designing the Facebook ad template. So although there are all ready templates, but I have actually taken you through the process of how you can replace the logo, how you can simply tweak these templates to look to make them look good for your brand. Okay, then your Facebook ad audience, how to create that audience, because when you run an ad, you have to make sure that the ad is shown only to the right people in your area. Okay, someone who is 60-year-old, if he sees the ad, it's of no use. And similarly, someone who is 18-year-old, there's no point in showing your ad to him. So your ad has to be seen majorly by mothers or fathers who have kids between the age group of say 1.5 to 3, right? So in this chapter 7 I have explained how you can actually create that audience, what are the interest levels you have to choose, how to pinpoint some of the localities in and around your preschool. Okay, how to geotag them, and then finally publishing the ad. Okay, and then you also will be able to see how you can download the leads if you are doing a lead generation ad, and a lot of things apart from these. And then in the organic part, again, as I explained you, your Google business optimization is completely covered in a particular chapter, then followed by 90-day social media calendar. Okay, how that can be created, how you can organize some Google sheets and keep them ready. Then designing your 45 posts which you would be scheduling for the next 3 months. Creating reels, as I told you, the reel templates are ready. You just have to do a few drag and drops, record some videos, and your reels would be professionally high quality edited reels would be ready. And yes, finally, how to schedule the whole content to the Facebook Meta dashboard. Okay, and finally, I know, because as and when you will take this course, there would be a lot of 100 questions that would be coming to your mind. Okay, like maybe you get stuck somewhere, or whatever I have taught, somewhere you are finding it difficult in when it comes to implementing it. Okay, so in that case, in throughout the session in any of our chapters, what you have to do is, wherever you are getting stuck, you simply have to add the comment, add your question in the comment for that particular chapter. I will pick that comment, and as in I'll check that question, and for each questions that will be asked throughout the online course, I will be creating a separate video and putting it as a different chapter under the section answers to questions asked in comments. Okay, so that way, maybe after say a few months, there would be around 50 chapters in this particular section, which will cover almost all the questions or things that where you're getting stuck. Okay, so someone who is taking up this online course maybe 3 months down the line, when he joins in, there would be already solutions or the answers which are provided for this particular questions that he might arise with. Okay, so that's how I have completely designed the course. And if you really feel that you have that kind of a budget that you can spend on the ad campaigns, because only spending that amount is going to get you those number of leads. Okay, just by spending 2-3,000 on a boost, okay, throughout the month is not going to get you the actual leads, and unless you get those leads, you will not get those conversions. Okay, so if you have so far liked the content I have mentioned in this video, and if you are still there, like you have watched the whole video, I am sure you are really interested in thing, and if you are such a person, then I am 100% sure this online course is going to really help you. Okay, Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in you enroll. And I would love to continue this journey there. Thank you.